Hello everyone, welcome back to statistics class. In today's class I need to explain the continuation part of general reproduction rate, that is nothing but net reproduction rate. So before going to the net reproduction rates, we need to recapture the previous class concept. So in previous class I have explained the reproduction rates and I have also explained the types of reproduction rates. One is called as general fertility rate and another one is called as net reproduction rates. So in GRR we have studied the concept of women specific fertility rate and also with the demerits and merits also. In women specific fertility rates, we are considering the specific age to the childbearing age of woman, and also this symbolically we need to denote that the woman specific fertility rate is equals to FBX divided by FEX into 1000. These are X are nothing but age specific. Okay, we need to consider in women specific fertility rate or specific ages. Okay, for example, we need to consider 15 to 19, 20 to 24. Sorry, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, up to we need to consider the age group of the women specific fertility rates 15 to 49. So, and GRR is defined as the number of annual women specific fertility rate of the entire reproductive span without mortality. In GRR, in general reproduction rate, we cannot consider the mortality, we just consider the fertility rates. Here also they are given the definition: the sum of annual women specific fertility rate of the entire reproductive span without mortality. Okay, here we cannot consider the death rate. Mortality is nothing but it is the study of death rate. So the total GRR is equals to I into the summation of, I takes the value 15 to 49. Okay, 15 to 49 is a childbearing age of women. So I takes the value 15 to 49 women specific fertility rate. Okay, in problems we are taking the women specific fertility rate by using the female population and female births. Okay, and GRR equals to I means is nothing but it is the size of the class and also magnitude of the class. So now we were going to explain the concept of net reproduction rate. Okay, in GRR we are considering the only a fertility rate, but in NRR net reproduction rate we are going to consider the mortality rate also. So in NRR the gross reproduction rate takes into account the current fertility but not current mortality. Okay, here we cannot consider the live mortality, we only consider the live fertility rates. So, but in NRR we take into account the factor of mortality in measuring the population growth. Okay, when we are measuring the population growth rate, we need to consider the mortality as well as fertility in net reproduction rate. So we used to net reproduction rates. So net reproduction rate is defined as the average number of daughters that would be born to a woman. Concentrate here, the average number of daughters that would be born to a female if she passed through her lifetime conforming to the age specific fertility and mortality rates of a given year. Okay, here in GRR we need to consider the only fertility, but here also consider the if she passed through her lifetime conforming to the age specific fertility as well as mortality rates. So hence we are using the net reproduction rate. So net reproduction rate is the number of female children surviving till their reproductive ages. It means what here? Reproductive ages means 15 to 49. That means childbearing age, or the number of female children to one woman as she passes through childbearing age. Okay. And NRR cannot exceed GRR for the reason that in its calculation we take into account the mortality. Both rates will be equal when all the newly born daughters reach the childbearing age and passed through it. Okay. Here NRR cannot exceed GRR. It means in GRR we are considering only a fertility, hence it is always greater than NRR, but in NRR we can consider both fertility as well as mortality, hence it gives you a less population growth. So always it gives the population growth. NRR, net reproduction rates, cannot exceed. It means net reproduction rate is always less than gross reproduction rate. For the reason we know that in GRR we are considering fertility, in NRR we are considering both mortality and fertility also. So if the NRR per woman is exactly 1, when we are calculating the net reproduction rates and problems, we get it exactly 1. It indicates that on the basis of current fertility and mortality rates, a group of newly born females will exactly replace itself the new generation. So that is, the population will be constant. So concentrate here. If the NRR per woman is below 1, if net reproduction rate per woman is below 1, if you are calculating the net reproduction rate, you get the per woman is 1. It indicates the population growth rate is automatically declining. The population is decreasing. So, and if it is more than 1, NRR per woman is more than 1, the population has tendency to increases. The population growth is increasing in order. So you need to concentrate in, when we are solving the problems, you get the woman, NRR per woman is below 1, you need to comment that problem. It indicates declining the population. If it is more than 1, you need to comment that problem, a tendency to increasing the population growth rate. So NRR is computed by the following formula. We need to represent it symbolically, where NRR equals to I into summation of 15 to 49 women specific fertility rate into S. S means is nothing but it is a survival ratio. Okay, the woman is surviving up to she is reaching her childbearing age, that is 15 to 49. Okay, here we need to consider the survival ratio of the specific age fertility of that woman. Okay, here the I is nothing but it is the magnitude of age class, and also it is the size of the class between whatever they are given in problems. No, that problem we need to consider the specific age group between the, that is 5. Okay, I is nothing but it is the size of the age groups. Okay, always we need to consider it. And many times we are using the I is nothing but it is a 5. Okay, constant term is 5 when the age groups are between same width. Okay, width same ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ I ಅನ್ನ 5 ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, where I is nothing but it is the magnitude of age of class. Okay, and also we are using here the woman specific fertility rate, that is nothing but the female births to the specific age group divided by the female population to the specified age group into 1000, that is nothing but F Bx divided by Fex into 1000, and S is nothing but it is a survival rates. Okay, next we will move on to the merits and demerits. Okay, in that first merit, it takes into account the current fertility and current mortality. Okay, fertility is nothing but it is a study of birth, and mortality is nothing but it is a study of death rate. So here in net reproduction rates, we are considering the both current fertility and current mortality. And second one, it will show a tendency of increase or decrease in the population. We are already studied about the net reproduction rate. If the NRR per woman is below 1, it indicates declining population. If it is more than 1, the population has a tendency to increase. Okay, here in NRR we considering, and it gives the and it also show a tendency of increase or decrease in population growth. Okay, when we are calculating the population growth rate, applying the net reproduction rate as well as gross reproduction rate. Okay, when we were considering the, if it is 1, it is a population is constant. Okay, it cannot decreasing, and also we will consider it not varies. Okay, but if it is below 1, it indicates declining population. If it is more than 1, it considers the tendency to increase, or the population is decreasing or increasing. So next comes demerits. It assumes a constant rates of fertility and mortality over a generation. In actual life, both these rates go on changing. Okay, in NRR, in net reproduction rate, we were considering the fertility as well as mortality over a generation. In actual life, both these rates go on changing. Okay, the fertility as well as mortality always varies. And second one, the population of a country may become depleted more by migration than by declining the birth rate. Okay, and third one, it cannot be used for forecasting future population changes. Now, one of the important note we were considering in 10 marks problem. Okay, it's a fixed question in your question paper for 10 marks, NRR and GRR. Here, concentrate the note. In a situation, if GRR per woman is greater than 1 and NRR per woman is less than 1, then the conclusion is the population is decreasing. Okay, concentrate here. The gross reproduction rate is less than 1 for a per woman, and net reproduction rate per woman is less than 1. The conclusion is always the population is decreasing. When we are solving the problem, the both applying the both method, net reproduction rate and gross reproduction rate, you will get the NRR is less than 1, GRR is greater than 1, then you need to comment that problem. The conclusion is what here? The population is decreasing. But if it is GRR is less than 1, NRR is greater than 1, you need to comment that the population growth rate is always increasing. So concentrate the important note. So now we were explained to the, I need to explain the solved problem, whatever they are given in textbook. Concentrate here. The first problem. So in the first problem, they are given, they are need to calculate, they are given to calculate the net reproduction rate from the data given below. So you need to go calculate here NRR. So they are given age groups in years, the constant width between the 15 to 49. So they are already given female population, female births and survival rates. Okay. In calculating NRR, we were considering the survival rate also. The NRR formula is nothing but I into summation of 15 to 49 women specific fertility rate. So, using these three, female population and female births and survival rates, we will calculate the first women specific fertility rate. By using women specific fertility rate and survival ratio, we need to take into the summation of women specific fertility rate into survival ratio. Okay, first you need to consider the female births and female population to the specific age of 15 to 19. Okay. The woman specific fertility rate to the specific age 15 to 19 is equals to 50 by 3000 in 2000, you get here 16.66. And similarly, the woman specific fertility rate for the specific age 20 to 24, here the female birth is to the specified age is 400 divided by 2500. In 2000, you get here 160.00. So, similarly, you need to calculate to the specific age of 25 to 29, 300 by 2200. In 2000, you get here 136.66. And next one, 30 to 34, the female birth is 100 divided by 2000. In 2000, you get here the woman specific fertility rate to the specific age is 50.00, and similarly you need to calculate up to 35 to 39 is 33.33 and 40 to 44 is 20.00 and 45 to 49 is 8.33. So you need to consider the specified woman specific fertility rates by using survival ratio. You need to calculate net reproduction rate. So, here we need to multiply the survival rates to the women specific fertility rate. 16.66 into 0.9, you get here 14.99. And similarly, 160.00 into 0.9, it gives 144.00, 136.66 into 0.8. It multiplies separately to the specific age group of 15 to 19, 16.66 into 0.9, it gives 14.99, 20 to 24, the age group of 20 to 24 to the specific fertility rate, 160 into 0.9, it gives 144.00, 25 to 29, 136.66 into 0.8, it gives 109.08, and 30 to 34, 50 into 0.8, it gives 40.00, 35 to 39, the age group of 35 to 39, consider the woman specific fertility rate, 33.33 into 0.8, it gives the 26.66, and 40 to 44, 20.00 into 0.8, it gives 16.00, 45 to 49, 8.33 into 0.7, it gives 5.83. So, you need to take the sum of women specific fertility rate into survival ratio. You get here 356.56. By using the summation of women specific fertility rate into survival ratio, you need to calculate here net reproduction rate. So, concentrate here. NRR equals to I into the summation of women specific fertility rate into S. Okay, you need to consider here the I is 15 to 49. I is nothing but it always gives here 5, the constant when we are giving the same width class. So, by using women specific fertility rate into survival ratio, multiply 5, you get here the net reproduction rates of female births per 1000 of childbearing age. Okay, here we are finding to the female births per 1000. Okay, not per woman. It's for finding the per 1000 women of childbearing age. Childbearing is nothing but 15 to 49 years. So here 5 into 356.56, it gives you 1782.8 female births per 1000 women of childbearing age. Okay, here 1782.8 female births per 1000 women of childbearing age. So now we were calculating the NRR, net reproduction rate per woman, is equals to 1782 divided by 8. 1782.8 divided by 1000 equals to 1.7828 female births. Okay, here the 1.7828 is nothing but it is the female births per woman. Okay, in NRR it gives per female births per 1000 women, but NRR per woman, it is the average net reproduction rate for per woman. It gives 1.7828 female births. Since this rate is greater than 1, okay, here the NRR is greater than 1, then you need to comment. The comment is must and should you need to write. Okay, it gives a total 5 marks question only when they are given NRR. When they are given both NRR and GRR, you get it's a fixed 10 marks question in your question paper. Okay, concentrate. If you are not getting the problem, you need to call and clarify your doubts. Okay, it's a very important question for in your question paper. It's a 10 marks question. Okay, next one, calculate net reproduction rate from the data given below. Here also same, you need to apply the same procedure what we have discussed before this problem. So they are given age groups 15 to 19 up to 49, and they are need to calculate the net reproduction rate from the data given below, and they are given age group, female population, female births and survival rates also. Okay, applying the same procedure, first you need to calculate woman specific fertility rate, and after getting the woman specific fertility rate, you need to multiply with survival rates. Okay, woman specific fertility rate is nothing but the female births divided by female population into 1000. You get here the specific age group of the specific fertility is 12.50, 17.64, 55.55, 45.71, 6.01, 6.06 and 1.33. So multiplying these all to the given specific survival ratio, you get here the summation of woman specific fertility rate into survival ratio. Okay, concentrate here. 20 by 1600 into 1000, you get here 12.50. 30 by 1700 into 1000, you get here 17.64, and 100 divided by 1800, you get here into 1000, you get here 55.55. 80 by 1750 into 1000, you get here 45.71. 10 divided by 1720 into 1000, you get here 6.06, and 10 divided by 1650 into 1000, you get here 6.06. and 2 divided by 1500 into 1000, you get here the woman specific fertility rate is 1.33. Okay, by using these all woman specific fertility rates, you need to multiply with corresponding survival ratio. You get here the summation. I takes the value 15 to 49, the woman specific fertility rate into survival ratio. So multiply with corresponding survival ratio to the women specific fertility rate. The 12.50 into 0.969, it gives you 12.11, and 0.96 into 17.64, it gives 17.040, and 0.963 into 55.55, you get here 53.4946, and 0.958 into 45.71, it gives 43.79, and 0.942 into 6.06, it gives 19.35, and 0.942 into 6.06, it gives 4.70, and 0.927 into 1.33, it gives 1.2329. So you take the sum of all the women specific fertility rate into survival ratio. By using the summation of women specific fertility rate into survival ratio, you need to calculate here net reproduction rate. So apply the formula. Net reproduction rate is equals to I into summation of WSFR into S. WSFR is nothing but it is a women specific fertility rate into survival ratio, where I is nothing but it is a 5, it is the width of the glass, into the summation of women specific fertility rate into survival ratio is 152.7317. Okay, 5 into so we were considering the 5 into 152.7317. It gives you the net reproduction rate is equals to 763.6585 female births per 1000 women of childbearing age. Okay, it gives a female births per 1000 women. Okay, now we were calculating the NRR per woman. Okay, for a single woman is 763.6585 divided by 1000 is equals to 0.7636 female births per woman. Okay, here concentrate here, you get here the NRR per woman is 0.7636. it is less than 1, then you need to comment here, since this rate is less than 1, so the population is decreasing. I have already explained, if the NRR is greater than 1, the population is the population is increasing. If NRR is less than 1, the population is decreasing. So now we were going to move on to the next concept, mortality. I have already explained the fertility. The fertility is nothing but it refers to the births occurring in the population, but the mortality is nothing but it refers to the deaths occurring in the population. So the deaths may be due to the number of causes such as sickness, accidents, old age, etc. Extra means the several number of causes are there, like cancer, fever, typhoid, whatever. So next concept is measurement of mortality. Okay, in fertility I have already studied the measurement of fertility rates, CBR, GFR, ASFR and total fertility rate. But in measurement of mortality there are 6 types, and that first one, crude death rate, shortly called as it's a CDR, and second one, A specific death rate, shortly called as ASDR, and similarly standardized death rate, STDR, and fourth one, infant mortality rate, IMR, and fifth one, neonatal mortality rate, NMR, and sixth one, maternal mortality rate, MMR. So here the first 3 are similar as the fertility rates, but here we need to consider the death rate, but in that fertility we need to consider the birth rate. Okay, but it's a very important for 12 marks in your question paper. So, and third one is also very important, that is standardized death rate. So guys, we'll explain these all 6 types of measurement of mortality in next class. Okay, thank you.